You're looking at NotebookLM. This is a project that Google has been working with using their Gemini 1.5 large language model, semantic and vector database. This thing understands context. It can generate new information off of information that's already there, and it can help us answer a lot of different questions. The way it works is by uploading different sources. Now, you just click the button here and you can upload anything. Here are the file types that you can actually utilize. Everything from PDF to texts, audio files, video files, files directly from a website. You can even upload various files from YouTube here. Now, I've preloaded my sources here, and what I've loaded are a number of different things. I've loaded all of the videotapes that I use in my initial training with financial advisors. It's about 8 hours that I ask them to view before we start kind of the formalized coaching sessions. I've also uploaded an investment introduction. Now, from all of this, I can generate a number of different things. If I come into Notebook Guide, what I'm able to do is get an overall summary of how this occurs and what's going on here. At the same time, I can get some suggested questions, and anything I pop there, it's basically going to drill through everything it learned all throughout these videos, as well as the investment introduction, and it's going to give me some additional information there as well. What we're really interested in, however, is how are we going to respond to that last question? In the prior Better Path journey, I described a case that basically wasn't going the way we wanted. So I'm going to take that exact same prompt. I'm going to upload it here. And the prompt is basically going to say, if you can see it, the last sentence, how would you suggest I educate these clients to get them to act in their own best interest? Because the clients are clearly being kind of driven by the general direction of the market, a clear case of confirmation bias. So let's pose this question and see what kind of answer we can come up with. So we click it in there, it thinks about it for a minute or two, and what does it come back with? Let's take a look. Well, what do you know? Guiding clients to embrace rebalancing, and here is an entire explanation. Explain rebalancing, address their fear of missing out. In other words, do not try and tell them they're wrong. You've got to meet them where they are. Highlight the importance of time, emphasize the emotional cost of investing, and you want to illustrate these points effectively, consider using visual aids, which is why I like the investment introduction book. So this is just one response driven to one question, but using all of these as source documents. You can also utilize this once you input all your sources to come up with other things. With every client that I work with, every FA client I work with, we create one of these, a study guide. And that study guide is constantly enhanced because what I'm actually able to do is in the sources here, I can add each Zoom call we do, upload that, it's automatically transcribed, and we can actually trace the progress that we're making in that particular FA's case. So NotebookLM combines a lot of the different things we're talking about. Now, large language tools, natural language processing, these are things I really urge you to try and pay attention to. Now, last thing, which the first time I saw it kind of blew my mind, is basically it took everything that was here and put it into a two-part, I guess you'd call it a podcast. And there'll be a link in the LinkedIn post in Better Path Journey where you can get to it, but just listen to it for a second.
Earlier, is that how you kind of sidestep this whole interest rate risk?
Exactly. With a bond ladder, you basically create your own fixed income portfolio. But the bonds have staggered maturity dates.
So instead of just buying one big bond...
Again, I'll have another link that you can click on, and it will give you a 10-minute overview of everything that we saw in here. This kind of stuff, the applications potentially for the financial advisory industry are limited only by your own imagination. Last thought, please subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be posting videos at a higher and higher rate. The subscriptions do let me know that you're paying attention and will keep me going. Thanks.